the passenger sets the pattern for my whole day. If the passenger's in a good mood, it reflects and rubs off on me. Obviously, I'm in a good mood. If they get in and start slamming doors, it does have a marked effect on me during the day. I do tend to abuse people from there on. If you're stuck in the traffic, you can either do one of two things, mate. You can just turn around and go home, or if you want to earn money, you've just got to sit in the traffic and you've just got to bear it, mate, and that's all. Just be philosophical. Just cop it swoop.
Reg Smith has been in the taxi industry for 25 of his 45 years. Like most Sydney cabbies, he's a philosopher on four wheels.
Well, back 25 years ago when I was driving a cab, we were driving the 49 Ford Mercuries. When you had your peak hour of 1 hour, they allowed themselves enough time. But today, mate, no, everybody's in such a go, 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 and it does reflect naturally on the cab driver.
It's about as easy to argue with Reg's philosophy as it is to argue with any taxi driver. That's if you manage to get a word in edgeways. Their vast repertoire of theories, stories and jokes is probably only surpassed by the number of passengers they carry, which in Sydney is a staggering 250,000 people every day. Sydney cabbies run up to 200,000 kilometres a year, and it's a hard way to make a quid even without running into the traffic police. 12-hour shifts are common, and the cost of a new cab and registration is just under $50,000.
The good part about driving a cab is that you're your own boss. Now, if they call a job from this corner to somewhere I don't want to go, well, I don't have to take it.
It's the best one-man business you can get.
Surely there must be those days when you get up and you just couldn't face another day or an hour behind the wheel.
Not me. All I love is that money.
There is money in it, but crikey, sometimes you've got to really work your butt off to get to get a dime.
Every person is an interesting passenger to me because they've got a different story to relay, a different greeting, a different style. Everybody's different.
I had a young lady come to me on top ride rank, and she said, "How much is the cross driver?" I said, "Oh, 12 and sixpence." And she said, "Well, I've got 6 bob. I'll give you a look at it for the other 6 and sixpence."
Which reminds me of a funny story about had a girl that was driving a taxi cab up there, and she used to come back in with more money than anybody else, and nobody could work out why. All of a sudden we found out that the bird was a prostitute. One of her favourite sayings was the guy jump in the cab and say, "Take me to your nearest brothel," and she'd say, "Guess what, sweetheart, you're in it." The fastest ride would have been down to King George V Maternity Hospital. Right, they said it was an urgent maternity. It was urgent. I got her in. I think she had about 5 minutes to drop the babe, and she's in the back squealing and groaning, and Dad's saying, bear down, and I'm saying, don't bloody bear down, don't bear down, because there was a huge traffic jam going down Parramatta Road, so I've had to swing over the medium strip. I'm going down the wrong side of the road, tooting like mad. Everybody thought I was crazy. I've got the two-way. I've asked him to radio ahead and get the stretcher waiting. Turned into the driveway. They've bunged her on the stretcher, and I think the water broke when we got on the stretcher. I hope she named the kid after me anyway. It was worth it, I think.
Once there was a baby off discovering the world when nasty pain and fever